morning, children. Hope you all are doing great and fine. Children, we have already stepped into 2021, and today let's hope and pray to Almighty that we be blessed with lots of joy, happiness, health, wealth, and prosperity in this year, and all the negativities like hardship, anxiety, stress, worries to be removed. Children, today in our English session, we will be doing a poem called Leisure, written by William Henry Davies. It's a beautiful poem from your Bal Bharti, children. And this is the poem, Leisure, in which the poet is telling us some beautiful changes that takes place. And first of all, let me ask you, what does leisure means? Leisure means free time, relaxing time. And in the poem, the poet is telling us that we have failed, or we overlook, or we do not have time to appreciate beautiful changes that takes place in nature. As poet itself is a lover of nature, he loves to be in the midst of nature, and this poem he has written observing the changes that takes place in nature, and he is telling that we are living a very bad life. Humans are like machines now, getting busier and busier day by day, and they have failed to appreciate nature, and we do not have the time to see those beautiful things that happen on Mother Earth. So children, let's read the poem, children. Leisure. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare, no time to stand and stare, no time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as ship or cars. No time to see when woods we pass, where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. No time to see in broad daylight, streams full of stars like skies at night. No time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet how they can dance. No time to wait till her mouth can end reach that smile, her eyes begin. Poor life, this is full of care, we have no time to stand and stare. Now, before we start our explanation of this poem, let's get ourselves acquainted with a poet. Who is that poet? Come on. William Henry Davies. He was born in Wales in Britain in 1871. He was a poor man, wrote poem based on his experience as a tramp. Tramp is a vagabond, or you can say wanderer, who keeps on moving from one place to another. And that is why the poet has written beautiful things that he saw in nature when he was wandering. His first poem was published when he was 34 years old. His poem highlights about nature's beauty based on his observations and hardships of life that he faced as a vagabond children. All the hardship he faced is written down. Wrote two novels and autobiographical work. Now, what is autobiographical work? Means a person writes about himself, all the bad and good events from birth till the end. It is written down by himself in form of a book or in a novel. His best novel is Autobiography of a Super Tramp, about himself only. He died in 1940. Now, children, he is a very, you have seen him. He is a very versatile writer, children. Stanza wise explanation. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as ship or cows. In this line, the poet is complaining about the human hassle life. The poet says that we cannot call this life a pure life. It is full of worries and anxieties. We have no time to admire the beauty of Mother Earth. Even we cannot have few moments to stand under the branches of green trees and appreciate beautiful restful shades of the trees. The common animals like sheep and cow are better than us and enjoying life. Yet the poet believes that cow and sheep live a peaceful life without stressing about petty things in the world. They admire and enjoy the beauty of nature. Children, what is the poet trying to tell us in these few lines? That human life is hassle, it is full of worries, anxieties, hardship. And he's telling that this kind of life is not pure, it is useless, where a person does not have a time to see, admire the Mother Earth, the beauty of Mother Earth, like trees, green trees, branches, and different shades of trees. He says that common animals like cow and sheep are much better than animals because they enjoy their peaceful life by remaining in midst of nature. They do not stress themselves to on petty things over the petty things in the world. These animals, they are not worried. They admire and enjoy the beauty of nature. No time to see when woods we pass, where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. No time to see in broad daylight, streams full of stars like skies at night. But the poet in this stanza is telling that human life is so busy that whenever we or humans when they pass through woods, that is forest, they do not have time to stop for some time and look at the trees, tall and short, enjoy their natural beauty. No time to see small creatures like squirrels hiding their food, grains in the grass for winter. In our busy life, we ignore the bright sunlight or water bodies whose water sparkle just like twinkling stars in the sky at night. So here the poet is trying to tell us that whenever we pass through the woods, we are in such a hurry that we do not stand for a while to admire tall and short trees. We fail to see that small creature like squirrel squeaking, running around and hiding their nuts, that is a their food grain it is for winter in the grass. He also says that we do not have time to see those streams that flow through the forest, and when the sunlight falls on it, the water of that stream or a river sparkles like or shines like stars that shine in the sky at night. So the poet regrets this kind of life a human is living, that a human is living. No time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet how they can dance. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes begin. In this stanza, nature has been personified, called a girl as a beautiful young girl who is dancing cheerfully. The poet says that we have no time to look at the dance of this beautiful girl. The feet of the dancing girls are attractive, but we spare no time to look at these feet how they dance. In our hurry, we do not notice the smile that a beautiful young girl of that beautiful young girl, the smile which has started in her eyes, would reach her lips soon. Here, the poet has given Mother Earth the quality of a young, beautiful girl. He says we do not have time to see this beautiful girl dancing cheerfully. He says that means, is the earth is dancing? No. The earth is not dancing. It is with the cool breeze, wind, the grass, the flowers, the trees, and the blooms. This way, along with the breeze, it seems like the earth, these things are dancing on the earth. So, that is why the poet is saying that we have failed to see this beautiful dance of the earth. In our hurry, we do not notice the smile. Now, what is the smile? Is the really the Mother Earth smiling? No. That particular moment or the pleasant moment which makes the earth look really beautiful. And that is the smile of the Mother Earth, which begins from our eyes and ends on our lips. He's saying we fail to see that because we do not have time to see all these things. A poor life is full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. In the last stanza, the poet regrets to say that human life is a poor life. It is full of worries and has no time to stop to look at and appreciate the beauty of nature. In this way, it cannot be alive. It is full of cares and worries. Now, poet is filled with dismay and regret, and is telling that the human life is very poor, useless, because it is full of worries and anxieties, where humans do not have time to see the beauty of nature and appreciate it. In this way, he says, this life you cannot say is full, or you can say pure life. It is full of worries and anxieties. Now, children, we will do meanings of new words and phrases. Full of care, full of anxieties and worries. Stare, look and see. Beneath, under, bough, main branch of a tree. Woods, forest, or trees, you can say. Streams, rivers. Streams full of stars. Shining bubbles in the river. Stare as long as ship or and cows. Ship and cow are least worried about what happens around them. When woods we pass, while passing through the forest, beauty's glance, personification of nature as a beautiful girl, her feet how they can dance, how happily the flowers, trees, leaves sway in the wind. A poor life is this. This kind of worried life is useless life. Let's children do with the summary of the poem, children. The poem Leisure, written by William Henry Davis, conveys a beautiful message on how we are busy in our own life and have no time to appreciate our beautiful nature. We are so busy in our lives that we cannot spare some time to admire the green trees, the hiding of grains in the grass by squirrels on winter mornings, and the reflection of water when the sun rays fall on it. The poet feels that the life of cow and sheep is better than humans because they enjoy their life as they are not in hurry and admire the beautiful form of nature. In our busy life, we do not have time to look at the sky full of stars at night for a few minutes. We have no time to see beautiful side of the nature, which is like a beautiful young girl dancing merrily. This little things of nature has always refreshed human mind and has filled him with peace and happiness. The poet regrets on the human race as the time is running, but still we are living meaningless life. In this poem, he has criticized human on the fact that we are like machine and run every day without enjoying beautiful moment spreads around us. He stressed that we are blessed with beautiful nature, so we should admire the beauty of nature. Theme of the poem. The poem has beautiful and important theme, that is to change the attitude of human being towards nature from ignorance to enjoying and appreciating nature. That means the poet is trying to tell us that we should change our attitude towards our life. Means we should enjoy the beauty of nature, appreciate it. We should spare some time looking very small but beautiful scenes of nature that spread around us. The poem starts with a verbal question. What is a verbal question, children? Here, what is this if life full of care? So it starts with a question, right? This poem. The author is sure will agree with the free time. That free time is important in our lives for relaxation and refreshing the life. The poet regrets that we living a life in hurry and missing beautiful moments of nature. He feels that life must be enjoyed in a relaxed manner. The repetition of the line, "We have no time to stand and stare," highlights the main theme of the poem. The idea stand and stare is emphasized in this poem. He reminds us that even animals have time to see the beauty of nature and then move on a broader picture like twinkling of stars of the night sky. And finally, beauty itself, as he personified it as a beautiful and young girl who is dancing happily. Now, children, we will do marginal questions and workshop in this. Let's get started, children. Marginal question. What does the poet want us to stare and gain at? The poet wants us to stand beneath the branches of the trees and enjoy the shades it provides us. The cow and the sheep enjoy the shade and the beauties of nature that human beings do not have time to stand and stare at the beauties around them. Question number 2. List list the beautiful things in nature that we overlook. Answer. We overlook squirrels hiding their food in grass, twinkling and sparkling of trees, a beautiful girl smile and dance, trees that is swaying in the breeze and flowers blooming slowly. Now workshop, children. Say where do. Say where. A. Where do cows and sheep stand? Beneath the bough is the answer. B. Where do squirrels hide their food? Answer. In the grass. C. Where do stars shine in daytime? In the stream. Answer. D. Where do beauty smile begin? In her lips. Question number 2. Think and answer in your own words. What could have inspired the poet to compose this poem? Do you think it relates in our present day life? Defend your answer. The poet must have seen busy life of people around him who are always in hurry and have no leisure to look at the beauty around. Yet it certainly relates to our present life, which keeps getting busier and busier today with internet, mobile phones, computers, and social network sites. Our lives are getting more and more artificial and further from nature than ever before. Question number 2. Which lines proves that in our busy life we do not even have a fraction of second to enjoy nature's beauty? The lines that prove that we do not have a fraction of second to enjoy nature's beauty is: we do not have time A. to stand beneath the bough and stare at sheep and cow, to see where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. In the broad daylight, streams full of stars like skies at night. To turn to beauty's glance and watch her feet how they dance, how they can dance. To wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes begin. Question number 3. Why does the poet call our life poor? The poet calls our life poor because our life is always full of stress and worries. We have no time to look carefully at beautiful nature that is around us and enjoy it. Question number 4. Say where the images of the nature given in the poem exist. It is exist. S is missing. Air, land, and water. Beneath the bough, land. Squirrel hide nuts in the grass. It is on the land. Streams in daytime, water. Stars and skies at night, air. So thank you, children. With this we end our workshop marginal question and explanation of the poem. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I too would request you to remove some free time and observe the beautiful things in nature. Love you all, children. See you soon. Have a nice day.